Well, hello everybody again. This is Stanger Brook here in Puerto Vallarta with your semi-weekly video fishing report. I haven't put one of these out for a couple of weeks because nothing has really changed. And, well, you know, putting out cookie cutter fishing reports kind of like, why? So, things have changed a little bit, not too much. What we're seeing right now is we're in May. And like May, you know, the tourism kind of drops off right after Easter, everything drops off. And normally in this time frame we start seeing a change in the currents, which means that we'll have dirty water, and we're seeing that now. What happens out here in the bay is we get a lot of rain during the summertime. You know, of course, you get a lot of silt washing down the mountains. This is all adobe kind of stuff around here, so you get a lot of silt washing down the mountains. That washes out into the bay, and that looks like coffee. A lot of times that dirty water will be maybe a couple of feet thick, you know, maybe a little bit bigger, but the rainwater is usually not that thick. But when it stirs up the sediment that's on the bottom, that's a whole nother thing. That's like coffee made in your coffee, you know. It's that colored water out there, and for some reason, it seems like Jack Rebels will take bait in that kind of water if they can see the bait, but not much else will. And that's what we're seeing throughout the area right now. A lot of areas in the bay are like that. Out by El Morro, there's big, dark, dirty areas out there. You got to get out around Corbatania on your bank. If you really want to see any clean water. And of course that could all change by the time you see this video, but it normally lasts about a week. We kind of go back and forth for about a week, and if it's going to happen, it's the right time of year to happen. Yeah, very few people down here. We're in seasonal transition, and if it's going to happen, now it's the perfect time for it to happen. What we're seeing is 2 weeks ago we were seeing yellowfin tuna in the neighborhood of 200 pounds out there off the bank of Banco, which is 50 miles out there. It's not an island or anything, it's just an underwater kind of mountain range where we have a couple of peaks that come up. One's about 58 feet, the other's about 65 feet down, and turns into a whole ecosystem underneath there. It's a pretty amazing place if you ever get a chance to study that. And we were seeing tuna, but then the big production ships came in and just did away with all that. And we saw some pretty cold currents come in. We had a lot of squid, a lot of different kind of baits. Sardines came in with them, so we were seeing a lot of snapper out there at El Morro. That was about a 3-day deal. And you go out there now, you might still get one, but I wouldn't spend the fuel dollar on it. And inside the bay, you know, the bass, the cold water bass that we were having, the grouper and everything like that, you can still get them out there. The water temperatures are coming up though, and a little bit. So when it's that time of the season where it just changes, so you know, I wouldn't expect any of that. And it just trying to keep a positive spin on things like that. You can still go out there and get Jack Rebels and bonita and Sierra mackerels, and they're pretty much everywhere. If you go out for, you know, if you're going out about 70 miles out there, that's going to be like an 18-hour day. They've been seeing a lot of Dorado out that way. That's where the tuna were. It's blue water, plenty of bait out there, and it's just happening out there right now. So, but that's what it's going to take. It's going to take a long day if you want to do that. I'm hearing the Tres Marias out there and the world famous fishery out there. They've got some pretty big fish. Things have been happening quite a bit out there. We're coming into the season now where that should start picking up. I should do a video on the Tres Maria Islands out there. Even though relying on the local marketing, you've been told the story. And well, that's about it. You can still get some sailfish out there, Sailfish Striped Marlin out there by Punta de Mita, if you're lucky and you find blue water. But like again, we still have massive amounts of bait out there, so the bait's eating bait, and that little bait's eating even bigger bait. Bigger bait's eating a little bait. So it's going back and forth, and fishing is challenging at best. So, you know, you probably never hear anybody around here say this, but if you're not doing 12 hours or you're not doing 6 hours, you know, there's plenty of other things around here you can spend your money on. So it's just that time of the year. Expect that for pretty much the next week or so. But, you know, we always have those spurts when if you're here at the right time in the right place, things can happen. And, you know, so no blanket comments here. I didn't tell you not to go fishing. I'm just not telling you it's the right idea for everybody. So we still do tours, and we still do the airport transfers. And if you have any questions, just give us a call. I got a bunch of new product now. We got more product coming every day. and the fishing season will be picking up pretty shortly. Water temperatures right now, they're 74 degrees. They've been 74 degrees for a long time. We never saw the up and down radical because, again, it's a La Nina year. That's why things are kind of strange. So we don't really know what's going to happen here in the next coming weeks, but it's starting to look like we could kind of inch back into what is kind of a normal season. So with warm water out there already and all the species in the area, we could have a pretty good beginning to the season anyway. So I'm pretty positive on that. If you're coming down to Puerto Vallarta, everything's wide open. It's not as dangerous as you may have been led to believe. You are not going to die, and I've never seen a dead body here in Puerto Vallarta. So it's completely safe. There's a lot of restaurants that are still open. They're all open, and it's just wide open down here. But right now we don't have the crowds. And by the way, if you, not that I'm in this business or anything like that, but Puerto Vallarta right now is very, very, very popular. And if you're looking to rent a condo or something like that, right now it's pretty much a one-year waiting list. So if you're thinking about coming down next year, you better get on the stick and see what you can find now. Some cases it's 2 years, so good luck on that one. Other than that, you know, I'm still here. We're not going anywhere. If you want to do any fishing, we can pick you up again. So for now, this is Stan saying hasta luego. Take it easy. Don't get too excited about things. No matter how bad it is, things can always get worse. And don't forget to kiss your fish. Be good. Hasta luego.